What's good, guys? Hope you are having a mint day whenever you're watching this. Maybe it's the morning. Hope you have a good day in that case. This video is all about Brandon, the one and only Brandon Evans, and how he lost 20 kilos, all whilst his strength, his fitness, and his muscle mass increased without giving up holidays and never having to skip meals out or socials with his mates. Bro, I know you'll be watching this. Fair fucking play, dude. Honestly, this is an incredible transformation. I'm super proud of you. Super proud of what we've done. Brandon on the left there, that's when we started, all the way and until this Greek god of a physique that he now has. So yeah, absolutely amazing stuff. So here is a little bit about how we did it. When we first started, Brandon would agree with this. He was pretty hesitant with taking his top off. He would do it. Like, it's not like it was not going to happen, but he wouldn't feel half as confident as he does now. He had a good training base, but no real routine, no real consistency. I'm just going to make my camera a little bit smaller here so we can fit everything in. So he's making a bit of progress, but not as good as it could have been. And his nutritional habits, this is probably one of the biggest changes that we made for Brandon, were in the bin. They were really bad. A lot of snacking, not particularly healthy meals, and this was all down to his perception of dieting, thinking it was all or nothing. It was either he was dieting, it was chicken, rice and broccoli, crap food, never enjoyed it, or it was just, it was all out, Mackies and whatever, and biscuits and crisps and that sort of thing. He didn't think he could lose weight whilst enjoying his food and his socials. He didn't think it was doable. So all of that changed, and this quickly turned into, I can't believe I can eat that much, man. And this tastes unfucking real. A few sayings we've got: love it, killer. So a lot of killer and love it's appeared when we were kind of introducing different meals and snacks. We were fueling properly at this point, and yeah, confidence and energy was just going through the roof. We were losing weight, we were enjoying food, we were feeling a lot more energetic, a lot better, and we felt in control. We felt like we could, it all quickly became something that was, possible, something that he could actually see working and happening for him. We set him up with a routine that worked for him, not him having to work for the routine. And I think that's really important to note. This was all enjoyable. This was all based around him, and it was getting him results. A little quote from Brandon: "When I see my old pictures, I look like a pug struggling to breathe, just uncomfortable." He's essentially lost the weight of a small child, if you think about it. So it's such a massive change. So what changed? We created him a tailored training and food strategy. So this approach was all built for Brandon. We made it so he could stick to it, he could enjoy it. All his meals he enjoyed. We made it so it wasn't overwhelming, it was dead simple. We also made the training something which he could stick to, something that was kind of aligned with what he wanted to achieve, where he wanted to focus, and we'd get him exactly the result that he was after. We delivered high impact check-ins and real-time support, so he always had steps forward, was never left guessing what to do. So we always kept on top of making strides and never letting progress stall, always move backwards. It was all based around him and moving him forward. So mindset, lifestyle and habit coaching. We transformed a lot more than just his body. We taught him how to go out for meals and socials and holidays without losing all his progress, and how he could do that actually while staying on track, while still enjoying all of that. We worked on mindset and how kind of thought processes and perceptions would often impact kind of decision making, and also like worries around kind of what we could and couldn't do whilst dieting. We looked at introducing really effective habits that we gradually built up to allow him to build that momentum, all at his pace. And we're going to get into the momentum method, which is how I like to do things just now. So we focus on 5 key habits: nutrition, training, activity, sleep and stress. We build up these gradually after we figured out and talked about a plan which fits your routine and schedule. This all leads to sustained momentum, which then with just changes to keep it fresh, we work towards a result and end up getting that result with the knowledge then to actually keep it. You learn. The aim isn't just to get you that result, it's to teach you along the way. So then after you can, you've got your result and you can just keep it. And that's a really big part of this. I don't want anybody to feel like they need me forever. This should hopefully be the last coach you ever need, unless you want to realign and work on other goals, in which case we can of course focus on that too. But yeah, essentially we focus on the real basics, prime you, build up gradually into this state where you're flying, get to the result. You now know how to keep it, and then all it is then is do you want to achieve more, or do you want to just keep it? And usually people want to go and focus on other things because they get the bug for it. But if you just want to keep it, that's totally fine. So we understand your schedule, your circumstances, and build a framework around you, for you, so you can lock in on progress. All it took was structure, accountability, and support. And this is me and Brandon up on Snowdon. Here's the graph. As you can see, there are little dips and peaks, but it shouldn't just be a straight line. There's a couple of reasons for that. Weight's going to fluctuate, but also, if you go on holiday, if you have to have a period where things are a bit slower, that's totally fine. It doesn't have to be absolutely balls to the wall the whole time. And then as you can see, we got down to this weight where he was happy, and then it's just a case of maintaining that. And he's done incredibly well. He's done just that. So that is pretty much the journey with me and Brandon. If you want to also work on your body health and your energy levels and level up, DM me the word Brandon and I'll be in touch. Happy to answer any questions, even jump on a call and just see how we can get things working to you and for you. Again, not you working for the process. And ultimately that's what leads to long-term results. Something that you can stick to, that gets you there, which is enjoyable and doesn't take over your life, and the knowledge that you learn along that process, so then you can stick it. I'd also like to reiterate the fact that right here, he will have been on very, very, very similar food to what we were on all the way up here. Once you've lost the weight, it is a case of building food back up to where you're going to maintain. And so Brandon's genuinely been shocked with how much food he's on now, and he's like, what the fuck? Also, another cool thing is if you put on muscle, another reason to put on muscle is per 5 pounds of muscle, you get about 50 calories, which doesn't sound like a lot, but let's say, for instance, for me, I've probably gained, let's say 30 pounds of muscle, right? Well, that would be 300 calories, okay? So if I have 300 extra calories per day, that's going to be an extra 2,100 calories per week, which is a shed load when you think about it. That's like easily a few meals out. So if you can build muscle, you're in a great place. You're in a position then to have a lot more flexibility in your day-to-day life as well. Awesome. Well, I'm going to leave it here. Hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Brandon's journey, and I will catch you in the next one.